Today we're traveling with the brand new iPhone 17 Pro, and we're testing every single new feature out in the real world. We're gonna shoot thousands of photos and videos. We're going somewhere crazy that is literally more than a 10-hour flight for us. Okay, we made it to the airplane. It's gonna be a very, very long flight, so see you tomorrow.
1 day later. Tell you that I love you.
Okay, good morning. Let me give you a room tour with the brand new dual capture feature that will basically allow me to film myself and Chenia at the same time. Hello. All right, let me give you the room tour. Okay, so this is currently where we're staying. It is absolutely beautiful. And then you walk in right in here, which you simply unlock it with the card. You're not ready to see what's in there. It's just so freaking beautiful. Check this out. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff, but this is just so freaking beautiful. This is the bathroom. Look at this shower right here. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, didn't work. I mean, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Just taking a shower here. I mean, come on. It feels like pure paradise. And then you've got the little sink right here. Anyways, as I said, we've got a bunch of stuff to do today. And we've got a very, very cool adventure that we're actually a bit late. So let's go. You want to know something funny? Is I started this trip with a suitcase with 4 wheels, and I ended with a suitcase with 3 wheels. They broke my suitcase, which is very annoying. Starting off the day with a pretty crazy adventure that I think you're absolutely going to love. We're really going to push the limits of stabilization on the iPhone. It is a very water-based adventure. I don't want to tell you too much. I kind of want it to be a little surprise. Alright, so we're currently getting ready. I'm already fitted right now with my vest, and Chenia right now is getting ready with her little helmet. All right, I'm ready. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Should I be scared and nervous? Yeah. Let's go. So in order to go down where we're going, which I haven't told you yet, but I think you can probably imagine what we're about to do, we have to go down 600 stairs. I'm tired already. This is kind of crazy. Look, so these are actually natural orchids, something that you usually do not see whatsoever. That's what you get on being in the jungle. That's crazy. Just when we thought this was over, look at this. Let's start zooming in.
This never ends.
Look, that's actually a ×8 zoom, by the way. You have to go all down the way down there. This is probably a spoiler for what we're about to do. Ready for adventure?
I'm so ready.
Watch this.
Alright, so yes, as you can probably tell, we are doing an insane rafting experience in the middle of the jungle. It feels kind of dangerous, honestly. So the cool thing about dual capture is I can actually move myself to all different corners of the screen. And not only that, but you can also zoom in while you're doing dual capture like this. Check that out. That is actually so cool. You can even do the new ×8 zoom, which right now is not really useful, but I seriously think the easiest is just to do the ultra wide, because kind of framing yourself all over the place is kind of hard, like framing yourself and the back camera. So I feel like the ultra wide is definitely the one that is most versatile out of all of them. What is that guy doing? What's he doing? They say someone lost money. That's crazy. That guy actually said someone lost their iPhone underwater. So I'm actually scared right now on filming this. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so because I'm risking my iPhone 17 Pro for you. I gotta put this back. I have to leave my iPhone most of the time because if not, my guide keeps screaming at me. Like, stop recording, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to film you on a traveling with iPhone 17 Pro video. I'm trying, okay? I'll film as much as I can. Something like camera control actually comes in very, very handy in instances like this where you kind of only got one hand, for example. I can open up the camera, and not only that, but I can start recording directly with camera control. So literally whenever I see something, I literally just open and start recording just by holding my phone with one hand. Very handy. So far this little setup is actually holding me quite well. It's just like not following, and I'm not scared that the iPhone is actually gonna fall out of my pocket. So far so good.
My company. You look there, I buy. Stay just there. You know, you go there, you start.
Alright, that's a wrap, I think. The iPhone 17 Pro survived to this crazy adventure. Okay, so that was pretty fun. So everything that you saw in the boat was obviously shot on the iPhone 17 Pro. We shot so much footage, 4K at 60 frames per second. Now, a couple things to point out. Dual capture was so much fun to use. And something that really surprised me on this trip is camera control. As I told you in the boat, camera control is actually very useful since I only had one hand. I do have one little tip for you is, especially when you're traveling and you're doing all these crazy adventures, go inside of settings and then tap inside of camera and then go up in the top where it says camera control. And then over here, you're gonna want to turn off camera adjustments, this setting right here. And what this will basically do is deactivate. As you can see, if I actually hold, I can't like zoom in or change the exposure, which is useful because when you're doing adventures like this, filming yourself and holding your phone like this, so it might start zooming in. It actually happened to Chenia, so she was like, thank you for the setting. Also in the boat, I said that the iPhone 17 Pro was waterproof. Now what I meant by that is that it's got an IP68 water resistance, which I think you can go up to 7 meters for 30 minutes. If you're going on an adventure where your iPhone will be splashed with water constantly, it is the perfect camera for it. I mean, you should be careful though. Someone, as I said, dropped their iPhone in the water, and it's very sad. Obviously, I wouldn't want that happening to me. And I love the fact that I can use my iPhone as kind of an adventure camera. There were so many people here using GoPros and Insta360s, and while those cameras are obviously amazing and obviously more durable than the iPhone does have a more versatile camera setup that I absolutely love. Honestly, something that will never stop surprising me of the camera of the 17 Pro is actually the stabilization in terms of its action mode. So the action mode, what you're seeing right now, is at ×8 zoom, fully stabilized, and you obviously saw the behind the scenes of shots like this, but I'm honestly just incredibly surprised. Now, since the 17 Pro has the IP68 water resistance, you could do shots like this. We're gonna go eat breakfast really quick. So we're using this app called Grab, which is basically like Uber for Asia. How much did it cost us?
6,500 rupiah, so rupees?
Indonesian rupiahs, yes.
Rupiahs, yes.
All right, using the calculator, which by the way, you can now convert on iPhone. I don't know if you knew this. Tap this right here on the top right. You can actually convert anything from currencies to measurements to whatever. Okay, so it cost us 16,000 rupees, which is 83 cents in euros. And if you convert that to dollars, that's like $1 to just grab on a moped, which is crazy. I mean, come on.
It's a 10-minute ride. It's insane.
I'm just not used to this. Obviously, everything is cheaper here because the economy just works different, obviously, depending on the country. But for me, coming from Spain, from Europe, or for you, maybe in the US, you just find everything to be so cheap here. And that's one of the best things to come and vacation for a place like this. It's just amazing.
Oh my god.
First time?
Can I?
Yes.
Oh wow.
What do you think of the iPhone 17 Pro?
Oh my god. This is the new model.
Yeah. Would you buy this color?
Yeah. And also it's telephoto lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Can I maybe?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is my dream phone.
You want to see the iPhone Air?
You have one? Oh, very
so out of these two, which ones would you buy?
I think it's more. I more prefer this one, the 17 Pro.
Okay.
But this is the new iPhone Air. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah. Very good as well.
Okay. Ready. So we're currently going to this incredible vegan place that I'm extremely excited to breakfast at. I love the fact that so many places here are actually vegan. It's obviously very easy for me. So one very underrated feature on the iPhone 17 Pro is visual intelligence. So if you hold on camera control, it will open up visual intelligence. So I can snap a photo of my menu just like this, and it will give me tons of different options, including reading out loud my menu. Obviously
croissant and salmon.
Obviously for accessibility reasons, this is a total game changer, but you can also ask whatever you want in your menu. So for example, what's the healthiest option in the menu?
The Green Garden smoothie bowl made with mango, pineapple, spinach.
If I'm very hungry, what do you think is the dish here that will fill me up the most?
Spinach omelet with chickpea base.
For example, or even, you know, this is obviously not in dollars or euros, so I could ask, okay, I'm ordering the salmon and cheese toast plus the blueberry pancake. Can you add all of this and added it in my currency? Obviously, you know how useful AI can be. But having visual intelligence, having AI already built into the iPhone, us as Apple fans, we obviously want even more AI features. But once again, visual intelligence, highly, highly underrated in my opinion. Let you go. Round of applause. All right, so breakfast is here. Just wanted to tell you like how cheap Bali is. This is $2. This is $3, and this is like what? $3 as well. This is just crazy how good the food is. Coffee is like super cheap here as well, and look at the views as well in the middle of the jungle. I mean, come on. Is it actually good though?
Amazing.
Okay, I'm excited to try this. Let's try this. Ready? Wow, está muy bon.
You like the orange one? Wow.
Now I'm obviously going to dive deeper on this, but I love the fact that I can shoot horizontal video while still holding my iPhone 17 Pro vertically. Especially in instances where holding your iPhone horizontally might not be as comfortable, always holding an iPhone vertically is always obviously just absolutely love this new feature. Here's a tiny hint where we might be going right now. So fun. Okay, so we made it. Before I tell you exactly where, I just wanted to show you that the brand new ×8 zoom is perfect for instances like this, for example, that you see a wild cow right there. that you wouldn't really usually be able to shoot because it's honestly like so far away, obviously. But with the iPhone 17 Pro, you can really get up close to an up to 24 times zoom with video. But obviously the ×8 is optical, so you can get really close shots. Obviously, if we compare that to an iPhone Air, you know, the iPhone Air only has a ×2 zoom, so I couldn't even get obviously remotely close to that cow because it obviously only goes to a ×2 zoom. Anyways, let me tell you where we are because it's extremely exciting. Okay, so there was a bunch of ideas that I had on how to test out the photo options on the 17 Pro. We are currently in Monkey Forest. It's a forest obviously full of monkeys. The monkeys can leave, but they don't leave because everybody gives them food here. And I feel like it's gonna be such a fun way to test out all of the camera options. Let's do this.
Don't try to kid me, man cub. I made this deal with you. What I desire is man's red.
Now let's start talking about the ultra-wide lens, which is honestly one of the most fun, most versatile out of all of them. Since Apple has improved the sensor this year, they've actually made it larger. You're gonna get a lot more detail. Also, especially at nighttime, which we're obviously gonna check that out later. But overall, you're gonna get improved detail, sharper edges, improved color accuracy. And the ultra-wide lens also brings macro photography to the iPhone. Now I know we've had this on previous generations, but it's been massively improved on 17 Pro. Let's take a look at this ant right. Oh, it's actually not an ant, it's a spider. I don't know what the heck this is, but check that out. We can get so freaking close throughout this entire trip. I've shot so much macro photography of flowers, of insects, and it's just so freaking fun to use. Also, it even acts kind of like a microscope. Tail of a leaf. It's just such a fun lens to use. As I said, you can get really creative with ultra-wide shots, and I just love the way that images look in nature. Whenever you've got a jungle, in this case, for example, or whenever you're in a forest, or maybe you're in the city, just pointing up with the ultra-wide lens will always get you very creative shots. And then you've got the main camera lens, the ×1. Which is the classic iPhone look. This is by far the best lens out of all of them in terms of stability, best low light performance, the best detail, best sharpness, best color. I also find that the lens that handles skin tones the best out of all of them. As I said, for traveling, it's by far the one that you're gonna be using the most. For food shots, for landscape shots, for portraits. But probably the reason that you're gonna wanna pick up the 17 Pro is with its all new telephoto lens. And the brand new telephoto lens gives you two brand new focal options. So if you open up the camera, you're gonna have a brand new ×4 zoom and an all new ×8 zoom, which gets you really close to objects from being still so far away. Now, obviously very useful for shooting landscapes, for taking photos of animals when traveling, obviously for taking portraits. It's not a lens that you're gonna be using often, but once you do, as I showed you before, for example, in the cow shot, there's certain shots that you would never be able to do before on an iPhone, but now you can. Now, even though that the ×8 is definitely a lot of fun to use, it definitely isn't perfect. I feel like right now, for example, even though that we can kind of see that there's good lighting, once the blacks are way too harsh, for example, you can see that this wall is kind of a little bit too black. If we do end up using the ×8 zoom, in this case, for example, even though it's very fun to use, the quality that you're gonna get from it, it's definitely not the same. I mean, if you take a look at the results, they might look a little bit grainy when you've got lighting conditions that aren't really perfect. Obviously, whenever you, holy shoot, that scared me. What was I saying? Yeah, well, once you do have very good lighting conditions, it will obviously be better. But in conditions like this, with our friend Johnny right here, now one thing that I was very excited to test and to push the limits of this iPhone on this trip was definitely the new vapor chamber. So supposedly the iPhone 17 Pro does not overheat, or it handles heat a lot better. Now the reason that I was excited to test this out is because back at home it's not really hot anymore, and here it is. It's like super humid, super sticky, super hot. So I was excited to be non-stop recording with 4K at 60 and see does it actually overheat? Now, yes, it does still get hot because obviously the vapor chamber system, and it's obviously the first generation that they've ever done this, it's not perfect, but it does handle heat a lot better. But the best thing about this is that it's not lagging my phone. For example, my 16 Pro or my 15 Pro, it would have overheated like crazy, one, but two, it would have just started lagging my phone like crazy. So I'm very glad that I can just nonstop be using my phone in such hot weather, 4K 60 like nonstop, and it just acts like a normal phone. It is hot, but it's not burning me, and I can still shoot and use my phone like normal. Hey, buddy. They're kind of like everywhere. Okay, so check this out. They added like this little bathing station where monkeys can just have a nice shower, have a nice bath since it's so hot out. Once again, they can literally just go home if they want to, but I guess this is their home because they like it so much. But this monkey literally, oh, he might do it again. He just jumped like 3 meters straight to the water in a bomb. He did it again. It's currently around 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It even feels more hot because of just how stickily humid this temperature is. It's so hot. So I get asked the question a lot on how I edit my photos. Now, I always edit my photos with Adobe Lightroom. And on the 17 Pro, thanks to its incredible powerful chip, and obviously its efficiency, it really allows me to edit these photos wherever I go. Whenever I've edited photos on my 14 Pro, my 15 Pro, or even my 16 Pro, depending on what type of weather condition and if it was very, very hot, I couldn't really do it. I mean, I could, but it was just very laggy. And the 17 Pro allows me to edit my photos just so freaking smoothly. The display gets so bright, which I'm gonna talk about in just a second as well. Just such a big fan on editing images with Lightroom on my iPhone. Another highly underrated iPhone 17 Pro feature is action mode, because you can actually move really, really quickly and follow a monkey, for example, with a times 4 zoom. And yeah, the results are just absolutely... Look how cinematic this looks. This literally feels like I shot this on a gimbal. So surreal. Okay, so after a crazy day, our hotel actually found out that I'm a content creator, and they were like, do you want to get a free massage? And I was like, of course, I'll take it. So Aliwana Hotel, if you guys are ever in Bali, come here, because they were giving me a free massage. Thank you so much. I'm actually so excited about it. So look how cool they gave us this little tea. But this is like a tiny little towel that, look what happens whenever you put it inside of the little water. Ready? Starts growing. You see that? And then now you open it. Let's test out the tea. Very good. I just dropped it all. Yeah, it's the next day. We're currently going to Leke Leke waterfall. It's a pretty big hike, once again, in the middle of the jungle. Now, as we do this hike, I wanted to talk about this guy, the iPhone Air, because I get a lot of questions whether I'm going to keep the iPhone 17 Pro or keep the iPhone Air, which one will be my daily driver. And what I hate about both phones, both the iPhone Air and the 17 Pro, is that I love both of them equally as much. If I have to choose one, I'd obviously choose the 17 Pro, mainly because of the ultra wide lens, which is a lens that I've mentioned it a lot of times that I use daily. I mean, you've seen me using it in this vlog like crazy, and it's something that I just need it for my work. It's just a type of lens that I use a lot. This camera right here is an ultra wide lens to film myself, for example. Battery life is also so much better on the 17 Pro compared to on the Air. I don't care about that as much, but on the other hand, I am just obsessed with the design of the Air. I love the fact that the iPhone Air's design feels so premium. The titanium just shines so much. And on the other hand, the design of the 17 Pro, which we're gonna talk about durability in just a second, because I have had some issues with my iPhone scratching with its scratch gate. I'll talk about it in just a second. The 17 Pro feels more aggressive. It feels more industrial. It feels like an iPhone Ultra more than a Pro. I do like where the lineup is heading though. The Air will push the boundaries of design. It will feel the more premium, the more beautiful. And then the Pro will always focus on the flagship features. Oh my gosh, we've made it to the waterfall. That is just really cool is the center stage selfie. So now, as you can see, the image just got wider by itself, and I can also shoot horizontal images by still holding the iPhone vertically, which is such a cool feature. Now also it's highly customizable, so if you tap over here, you can actually toggle the auto zoom and auto rotate, so whether you want to do that manual or horizontal, just like that. Traveling, I just absolutely love that the camera has just gotten so much wider. As you can see, it's just so much freaking wider. So for these type of shots, it just comes in very handy. And obviously for taking multiple people in our group, also very handy. Man, this is a hike. And what's crazy about the fact about the center stage feature is that Apple is only promoting the ability that you can fit multiple people in a shot automatically. And while that feature is amazing, and while the center stage feature is amazing, I personally just love the fact that the front camera has gotten wider. All of the competition has had this for years. The Pixel has had it since the Pixel 3, I believe. It's just crazy that Apple isn't promoting this feature. They're promoting, once again, the center stage and all of that. But what I personally get excited about is the ultra wide. And I know Chenia likes that feature as well, right?
Yes.
It's sticky hot. 27 minutes so far. It's just non-stop walking through stairs. Very sunny. There are so many street dogs here in Bali. It literally breaks your heart. We went to the grocery store yesterday to buy tons of foods to just give it away to all these homeless dogs. And we've been giving food to this one dog. It just doesn't stop following us. I think he thinks we're his owner now. Look, he's just coming with us on this little edge.
Will take around 4 months to be harvesting for the regular variety of the rice.
All of this.
Yeah, it's a regular one. There's another type which is called the Balinese rice, so it take longer, like 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, for the Balinese rice.
Okay, so we're at the Jatilui, yes?
Jatilui, yes.
Jatilui rice fields. And it's absolutely stunning. So obviously everywhere you look, there's just rice harvests all over the place. It's like pure paradise over here. So something that you just need to download if you've got an iPhone 17 Pro is an app which is just absolutely stunning. Now the reason that I love this app so much is that it lets you shoot ProRes log directly on iPhone, but obviously not only that, you've got this little button right here which is instant grading, so you can apply grade to your recording with all of these beautiful presets. Now, one of my favorite one is this sandal preset. Just look how beautiful that looks. Now, you can actually preview the grade, or you can instant grade it, so whatever you shoot will actually look like this, which is stunning. Whenever you start recording, it's just beautiful. The UI is just stunning. As you can see, this red line right here is stunning. You've got all the different lens control, obviously, and you can use all the different lenses on your iPhone. And also you've got manual control, so you've got focus directly from here. You can toggle autofocus right here. You've got white balance, manual white balance, automatic white balance. You've also got this grid. It is just such a pro app. If you've got an iPhone like this, make sure to actually use the camera. Make sure to use the full potential of a camera like this with an app like Kino. Not sponsored, obviously, just such a big fan of the app. Another must-have that I obviously have to mention is this guy right here. The AirTag does not leave my backpack, my suitcases when I travel, especially for trips like this, that you're constantly going from one place to the other. In the past month, we've literally done like 4 trips, grabbed a bunch of airplanes, so I've obviously got an AirTag in my carry-on, I've got one in my backpack right here, obviously in my big luggage, so it's super cool. Once you land on the airplane, you already immediately know where your suitcase is. And then you've got Apple Find My, so if you want to track your AirTag down, you can play a sound or even use precision finding so you can know exactly where it is. And if you lose your backpack, or if you lose somewhere in a country like this, for example, in Indonesia, I think most people would actually call you. Depending on what country, you shouldn't put your AirTag outside of your backpack, but in this case, where I am, there's such good people here, or at least I believe that there's good people, that they would find me and they would track me down. What is it?
It's kind of bug, a little bug with a very noise voice now. You can hear it.
You hear that? That's a bug. Sounds like an ambulance or something.
Two hours later.
Two hours later, I'm trying to pee. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I wish I could take him home. I'm so sad. I don't know if this is jet lag. I don't know if it's because we did like 10,000 hikes in the past 2 days. I don't know if it's because we've been in the jungle for like non-stop 24 hours. I don't know if because it's so hot. I don't know, but I am freaking tired. We literally just got a massage, so I'm even even more dizzy than ever. We're about to, but I think it's officially time to talk about the durability on the iPhone 17 So as I said, iPhone 17 Pro is made of aluminum. Apple has ditched titanium for the Pro models, which is a very interesting move, obviously to focus on overheating. So they did fix the overheating issue 100%, but they had to ditch titanium, which in my opinion, I kind of wanted to come back. So this is what happened to my 17 Pro. I don't know if you can see this. There's this little scratch right here. I did drop it, but I know with my titanium, nothing really would have happened. I dropped my iPhone 16 Pro tons of times last year and nothing happened. There's also a little scratch right there, a little scratch right there, but most importantly, this is definitely the worst one right here. Ceramic shield on the back did handle it perfectly fine. I do love this design. I just think the material should be changed again. I feel like Apple could find a solution where titanium wouldn't overheat, or whatever material it can be. I'm not a product designer, so I can't really say. I do love wearing an iPhone without a case, even though I've got tons of amazing cases out there. I like using my phone naked. But with my 17 Pro, I do find that it's a little bit delicate. compared to the iPhone Air, for example, which is an absolute tank. It's an absolute beast. Titanium, if you drop it, it should be okay. It's Apple's most durable iPhone. So it's kind of crazy that the Pro, the most expensive model, is kind of not as strong as the Air. There's been a lot of people reporting on scratches as well. So I just be careful with the 17 Pro, even though that it's an absolute beast of a phone. Just wear a case. And in terms of the orange, I personally love the orange. I don't know what you think about it. It's kind of growing on me day after day. I think it's absolutely beautiful. On the lighting, I just feel like orange is the new black. It's the trendiest color for this year. I don't think I'll get bored of this orange. I know there's a lot of people saying, you know, I'm just gonna buy white. I'm just gonna buy the new blue because it's one that I'm not gonna get bored at. I'm not gonna get bored at this beautiful orange. This cosmic orange just has me absolutely in love with it.
Okay, this one?
This is your favorite?
Yeah. It's the best.
It better be good, man.
Pardon?
It better be good.
Yeah. Okay, here's
Thank you,
the
man.
soy sauce. Yep.
Someone's very hungry.